Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at something a little bit spicy. That's right, as you can tell from my t-shirt, we're back with Lords Brewing Co. and this time with Jasper, a ginger-infused golden ale at 4.5%. There's a lot of YouTube folklore around this beer, so yeah, pretty excited to get into this one. This is actually a collaboration between two very good friends of mine, John at Lords Brewing Co. and the big ginger binge drinker himself, Paul's Beer Reviews, which is why ginger has been added to this can. I was going to say because of Paul's fiery locks, but what I really mean is his very fetching fiery facial hair, not too dissimilar from my own. This is called Jasper on behalf of a dog of a follower of all of our collective channels who sadly passed away not long before this was named and canned, so that was a very nice tribute. I'm sure there's some more info on the side of this can about that, which we'll get into in a minute, but yeah, let's get straight into it. So first of all, here's a quick look at the can. I have to say, I think this is my favourite design of a Lord's beer can to date. Just look at it. It's just, I don't know, it oozes interest and class and, well, fiery fire. Of course, I'm using my brand new Lords Brewing Co. X Sleeper pint glass. This is really a lager glass, so this might get a bit feisty, but I just want to use it. Tiny bit of malty aroma on the open, but not too much. In the glass then, I have to say, not a bad looking pour for once. It's slightly lighter in real life than it's coming across on camera, but I can see why they called it a golden ale rather than pale. It's, to be honest, it's even a touch dark for a golden ale, I have to say. Tons of carbonation ripening up through the glass, as you can probably make out on camera there. And yeah, solid 2-finger, slightly off-white head, although it's pretty much near perfect, to be honest. Right then, aromas. As you'd expect, there's a lot of freshness with this. The ginger is there, bit of that kind of ginger ale vibe, slightly sweet, not overpowering though. I'm not sure how much ginger is in this, possibly not as much as I was anticipating. It's got a nice, refreshing, grassy note to it, and I suspect it's the hop profile, but there's something that's distinctly Lords Brewing Co. about this beer. And other than that, it just smells like a damn good pint, so let's get into it. Cheers. Ooh. Okay. Now, unlike most beers that I review, I have seen a review of this because I didn't know when I was going to finally get to try it, and I just wanted to know what it was like. So I watched Paul, who is responsible for this beer, review of his own beer. Now, he was very keen to say that it's not the best beer in the world. I think he was doing himself a bit of disservice. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the best beer in the world, but it's really damn good, to be honest. It's got heaps of refreshment, loads of proper beer character. It's not an alcoholic ginger beer masquerading as a craft beer. It's a proper craft, deep golden ale with a nice ginger hit to it. And to be honest, Lords do quite an eclectic array of very refreshing, very summery beers. But for me personally, that is the best one they've done so far on the lighter side of things. It's actually very complex for what is normally quite a simplistic beer style. Golden ales don't tend to be overly deep. So top to bottom taste test to figure out what this is all about. So initially, slightly sweet, a lot of those fresh grassy notes right up front. That drops down, you kind of get a bit of a palate cleansing sensation, a little pucker bit of bitterness, and then it sweetens off again, and you get loads of rich, almost like caramelized ginger at the back. It's fully there, it's full-bodied ginger, but it's not hot, it's not spicy, it's not fiery. This turns out not to have been a spicy beer at all, as I assumed at the start. It's caramelized ginger, I think kind of carrot and ginger cake. It's those sorts of flavours. And then right in the back, bitterness creeps back in, but it's relatively low throughout. And you're just left with a slightly sweet, slightly malty, and just a little bit of that Lords Brewing Co. trademark hop profile that lingers away. And I think I might get a case for these for the summer, if I'm honest. That is a bit of me right there. I'm really enjoying that. Right, let's take a look at the can. On the front then, Lord's Brewing Co. Jasper Ginger Infused Golden Ale at 4.5%. And of course has the Paul's Beer Review logo on it. On the back, again, it says Lord's Brewing Co. with this logo. It says, all right, you lovely people. I'm not going to do an impersonation of John, don't worry. This is Jasper, my ginger infused golden ale. Hopped with Styrian and Dana hops. That makes sense. For Lord's signature bitter finish. Signature, yes. Yes, yes, yes. It says, yeast from my hometown, the Big Smoke. Okay, so this is Paul talking. I do apologise. John says, because he's a Cockney geezer.
I'm a Cockney geezer, likes me bleed.
And about 40 kilos of ginger from my beard to give her a nice warm finish. Oh dear. Questionable use of words there. We wanted to make a sessionable, drinkable, lager-esque brew without the heavy carbonation and with a bite of spice. Inspired by the brilliant beer community we've met on YouTube and man's best friend, this is mine and Lord's Brewing's collab. Thank you to you all, from Paul and John. Let's get stuck in.
Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers.
That was a nice little sign off there. I like that. And then on the side, brewed at Lord's Brewing Company Limited in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Ingredients are water, malted barley, malted wheat, yeast, Dana, Styrian, Bobek, and ginger root. Brackets. No beard hair is in this beer. It probably is now. Allergens, barley and wheat, yeast. Vegan friendly. Stored in a cool dark place. 4.5%. 2 units exactly in this can. Best served chilled in your favourite glass. Well, I think I've got a new favourite glass for this style of beer because this is going down an absolute treat. Coming back to the beer then. Lager-esque drinkability. It has got that. I can't tell whether it's truly a really bready malt profile coming through or whether there's been a bit of a reaction happened in the process of the beer. There's a bit of malt kind of initial flavour there, but then that ginger is sweetened off, bringing in a bit of extra kind of sweetness to the beer, and it's just turning into quite a, yeah, the aftertaste, kind of the prolonged aftertaste. Now I'm not taking a sip for a while. Is reminding me very much of kind of a bready German lager, but I don't know, it's just a touch different due to that ginger, and I'll be honest, I'm absolutely loving it. It has opened up a bit on the aroma now, but it's all the same notes that we were getting initially. They're just broadened, a bit lighter, a bit airier, a bit more complex, all dancing around in the glass there. And on the flavour, I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. I know Paul was quite keen to keep his opinions on this quite muted because it's his own beer. Honestly, mate, you shouldn't have done. That's absolutely cracking. And of course, congratulations to John and everyone at Lord's Brewing Co. for pulling it off because they did the brew. So, yeah, absolute winner. And that really is all I have to say about it. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this video, please like it. If you haven't already, subscribe if you will be so kind. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.